I'm sorry, that song was in my head, yo. What's up? This is me, C, the Queer Cancerian, and you are listening to Off on Mondays, the Off on Mondays channel, Raw and the Real, where we talk about everything, anything, and all things. Mostly we talk about mental health, mental wealth yourself. We talk about meditating. We talk about whatever you want to talk about, religion or how it be, and knowing thyself and being and showing thyself approved, being thyself, and making sure that you in it to win it. So let's get it on. Before we start though, we're gonna do something different around this time because Spirit has got me working. Okay, and I say that because in order for things to happen, in order for things to get to where they need to be, you have to work for it. That includes relationships, jobships, parentships, fur parentships. Say hello, say hello, Hercules. All right. I'm telling you, these 2022 animals and babies are different. Different, okay? Even the dogs want to be part of it, okay? Anywho, so yeah, I got the sage burning over there for clarity, and we're going to light up some palo santo, all right? To get all that negative energy that everybody has because of other people that you dealt with. Oh, look at that. Because of other people that you may have dealt with, and or just in general, that you are good. All right, we gonna get all that in there for myself, for my throat chakra, for my heart chakra, cleaning up the stones, getting things ready, because as much as adversity as I've been through and I've been going through, I'm telling you, it's my time. It's my dingy, but it's going to be a loud noise, okay? In 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got that all set. Now, I don't have anything that's scripted out. Everything that I talk about, everything that I do is comes straight from the dome and from the heart, okay? And mainly from my solar plexus on up, okay? I was laying in bed, I had a horrible headache. And whenever I have a headache, I think, well, what am I thinking of? What have I been going through? What's in my mind for me to have this headache? And it came out to be that it was due to the person that I was thinking of. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this is okay if you went through a breakup, and I don't give a care. Let's not even call it a breakup, because in my mind, I think that when it's a breakup with someone, it has to be with someone that you've been with for like, years at a time. And then it has to be with someone that you've been knowing. But I believe a breakup totally is when you are in any type of relationship, romantic, platonic, drug buddies, doesn't matter. Anytime that there's any type of connection, especially if there's a sexual connection. That's why it's very important to be careful who you lay down with. Now, I'm not telling you who to lay down with. I'm just saying it's very important for you to know who you lay down with. Why, you ask? Because that's a transference of energy. If you have all this wonderful, beautiful, bountiful energy, and this person is a succubus, and they have this horrid energy, or not even horrid energy, but they're just a person who has a lot of help that they need. They're going through a lot of struggling that they need to go through. You connecting with them, think of it as like being a battle. So you're taking in theirs and they're taking in you. So I like to think of it this way. Yeah, sometimes if it's good, and I'm not talking about the sex, I'm not talking about the segs, I'm talking about if that energy that you have is good and what they have is bad, well, when it comes in contact with yours, it's going to be this battle, all right? And this bad is going to be like, this is kind of good, I like this. And then the good is going to be, well, this is kind of bad. I don't like this, but it's I don't know. So it's going to just be a constant battle. Hold on a second. Hercules, what up, man? you doing, bro? Just minding your business. Alright. Out to the people. So yeah, that's my youngest son there. And I'm not gonna say that, but thank you to my dearest friend. That was a gift given by Dawn Wolf. She's a streamer on TikTok. Awesome streamer, you guys. If you do, she's a streamer on TikTok. Look at me. She's a streamer on Twitch. She's an awesome person. I advise you guys to go and see her on Twitch. It's Dawn Wolf or Midnight Mishima. There we go. It's Midnight Mishima. I ain't gonna spell it because it took me forever just to pronounce it. But it's Midnight Mishima. She is on Twitch, so join the wolf pack. And I normally be on Twitch. However, I've been more focused on this here, and it is hard enough to do a podcast show, a YouTube show, and then gonna do a Twitch. And I mean, I only can do so much during the day. However, I'll see what resonates, what picks up, what sticks, it sticks. Okay, whatever I put on the wall, whatever sticks, sticks. Okay. So moving on along with that, but yeah, check out Midnight Mishima, and yeah. Anywho, rolling back along. When it comes to horizontal polka, okay, when it comes to that, it is mandatory that we really know in depth with that person. Now I know that sometimes you see somebody and you have this chemical reaction with them where you guys it's just there. I truly believe that there's just some people that you just mix with, that you can be with, that you can interact with, and you can have sex. However, some people tend to fight, okay? So if you have this person who is not used to having that, it's easy for a person to give it another person who can pretend to fake the funk that they are this wonderful, beautiful person. However, at the end of the day, that person cannot, you can only fake who you are for so long. I truly believe that, 100% period. And you can get with that person, and regardless if the sex is awesome or not, it's the energy that we typically feed off of, the energy that person has, okay? So if I lay with someone who is, and I hope I don't get dinged using these words in this content, but if I choose to horizontally polka with, really, man? Really? If I choose to horizontally polka with someone, let's say that is of a different vibration than my own, it's going to be a battle for me. And I'm not saying a vibration that's lower than yours, because if someone's vibration is lower than yours and they can knock you off your vibration, then you really wasn't on a high vibration. I just have to really say that, because you can't be somewhere like this here and have someone knock you down. That means that you were up there at a time that you shouldn't be, and that you took it too soon. You know, if you're up there, you're going to want to stay up there. Just like most people who get rich and famous, or they make it to the top, they don't want to go back to the bottom because they've been there before, and they're going to do whatever they take to keep it there. Even if it means doing whatever it is that they have to do. I'm going to do whatever it is I have to do to remain where I'm at, because I like it here. You know, unless I get too big-headed. And there's sometimes you can get too big-headed and you're meant to go down. So let's say there can only be two things there: that you get too big-headed up yourself, or you tend to just not be ready for it, and you were given into it at a certain time that you should not have gotten into it. Alright? That's that. So that's the reason why I said you should be very careful about who you lay with, again, or who you play with. But I'm not the one to, I'm gonna get my seat down some more. There. I'm not the one to point or say anything, because you're a grown adult and you know exactly what it is. However, I'm your big sister, I'm your auntie, I'm your cousin. I'm that cousin that when I come to the picnic, you know, cuz, I gotta tell you something good. I gotta tell you something good. That's the type of cuz I am. I'm that cousin that's cool, laid back in the cut, where when you need to release, I'm there for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is nothing that's new to me. I've always had in my heart that I wanted to do this. I had family members that would say to me all the time that I would be the one to end up with sage and crystals and, oils and stuff like that. That's always been me. And now that I'm transitioning over to where I am supposed to be, and what I mean by that too is we, as I always say, or the saying of the Heart Sutra is of a Buddhist term or a Japanese term or whatever you want to put it, because it's been translated so many times, that form is emptiness and emptiness is form. And meaning that regardless of what you are, you're just going to take form, okay? So I've already been who I am now. However, it just took some time to get there. And that is because there's been some stumbling blocks in my life as far as family, friends, whomever, that society as well, social society as well. That's why I have a podcast called Social Media Dropout, because I'm dropping out of the social media. Now, people will say, well, why do you have a podcast that is social media dropout? Bitch, because I can. That's why. Anyway, so what I've come to terms and understand is that I am where I am. It took me forever to get here. Like I said, I'm 40 years old. But in the end, though, I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be me in the end, bro. And what I mean is that I went through a lot, and what it showed me is that nobody can do me like me. I can't be nobody but me. And if I try to do something that I don't like, my thing is I can adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, so I found out that, as I was growing up, that people would say that a lot. And in my mind, I was like, that's cool with me. I wouldn't mind doing that. However, I allowed society to kind of damper that for me. I allowed, what's going around. And I have to say, I got to pause out on this. As far as me being queer, I'm telling you, the first time that I had an affection and a feeling for a woman was when I was watching, what is that? I was watching, no, I take that back. Ooh, it was way before that. I don't know what came out first. If it was Boys in the Hood or if it was Menace to Society. Because I want to say around the same era, because that's when all those hood movies was coming out. You know what I'm saying? It might have been Boys in the Hood first. Boys in the Hood was first. I'm thinking that. But when Menace to Society came out, and of course I seen, Lorenz tape, and I was like, oh, I want my hair. I said I didn't like him. I wanted to be like him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted his whole persona. I dig that. And as far as attractive for me in a relationship with, I chose Jada Pinkett because I was just like, that's it. And that's when I kind of figured like, ooh, I got these wild affections in me. So, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. A lot of people would ask me, well, what do you think about the hold on a second. I put it up, G. Hey, I put it up. Get down. Yeah, he's trying to get. I had made me a taco platter where really I just made some taco meat without the bread. I'm trying to slowly. I'm listening to my body. If we listen to our body will tell us what we want and what we need. We don't tell our body what we want and what we need. I think that's the only thing. Our body should let us know what we want, because our body knows what our body wants and what our body needs. If your body say, I need me a 10-pound burger and a large fry, that ain't your body. It's not your body. Anyway, so it wasn't due to me being molested. At first, I thought that's what it was. I just really didn't like my body, and I didn't like my body because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand about my breast and my butt and all that other stuff, because I didn't have a mother that could fully sit down and talk to me about that, which is okay, because we have to understand that our parents is our parents, and our parents were raised by their parents, and their parents were raised by their parents. So you may have a generation of people who just really didn't understand parenting, or their parenting from their parents was horrible. Let's just say that. And they were just doing the best that they could do. And sometimes we try hard or too hard and end up, failing, not so much failing, but end up with a result and an outcome that's opposite of what we mentally and physically wanted. Anywho, but yeah, so trigger warning. Yeah, so it wasn't so much of my going through that as a child, raised up, and it wasn't so much of that. And people would ask, well, what do you feel about this person? Have you forgiven that person? Why did you forgive that person? I can't believe you're still around that person. And I said, you know what? I've forgiven that person. This is for somebody out there that needs to hear this. It's not about them. It's about you. I went through a lot, and I mean a whole lot, about my whole family, and about what I went through as a child growing up, school, high school, middle school, whatever. And I don't mind sharing my story with people. I share it with strangers and all, and they would be like, why would you share that? I don't mind sharing it because I know that I'm healed from it. And I don't care about how you look at me or anything else, because if you look at me in any other way than a person that's healed, then that signifies to me that there's something that needs to be worked on you, and you're not going to project your feelings upon me because I'm healed. I made my amends with it, and I know that the people who did what they done without any type of excuse, or I mean not excuse, I'm sorry, but without any type of apology, if they choose that path, that's the path that they chose. And the universe is going to deal with them. Karma's going to get with them. Whatever you believe in, Jesus, Buddha, whatever, it's going to happen. Believe me, nobody gets away with anything, regardless of what anyone wants to say. And to let you know that if somebody tells you that if you tell someone that they're not going to listen to you, just listen to what it is that they're saying. You have to understand too, if you're a child or if you're under the age, people will manipulate you. And people will manipulate you even as an adult. However, it's more easy to manipulate you when you are a child. And when I say a child, I mean anything besides, 18. And if someone is dealing with you and they like 50 and you 18, that's a child. That you are a child in their eyes, because you should not be dealing with somebody like that. I don't give a care if they say that 18 is legal. No, it's legal for people within their age range. It's not legal for a person who should be your uncle or your auntie, or you leave them alone. Leave them alone. That baby don't even know nothing yet. That baby, I believe it's not until you're like 25 or something like that is when you actually understand things. Your brain is still developing. Your mind is still growing. You're still figuring yourself out at 18. You shouldn't even be worried really about a relationship. You should be focusing on your schooling. You should be focusing on your friendship. You should be focusing on preparing yourself to get into the world. Because I'm telling you, you're going to have to understand how this world works before you get into a relationship. And before you get into a relationship, you got to be in a relationship with yourself before you get into a relationship with another human being. Because you're going to bring in everything that they are bringing into. And now saying that you don't have to, but no, if you are connected with someone, you're spending time with this person, you're getting to know this person and understand this person, everything that person went through is going to be reflected onto you. It's going to be absorbed into you, into your orifice, into your aura, into your area. And if you're not prepared for that, and you're looking through the world with rose-colored glasses, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And I'm just saying that, and I'm speaking out of experience because I was a very naive person. I'm very novice. I believe that the world was just beautiful. And let's be honest, the world is not beautiful. It was made to be beautiful, but people in the world make it very ugly and very horrible. And it's people in the world who makes the world a horrible place to be. Serious. I mean, if you look at everything that's going on, from the Buddha to the Tuda, you want to go and get your Buddha. You understand what I'm saying? So, so anywho, with that being said, it develops you as you grow up. That's what emptiness, the form of form is emptiness means. That's what we get when we give. What you've been getting is what you've been giving, and what you've been getting is what you've been given. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you are doing great and doing good, just because bad stuff has been happening to you, that's why I don't really like to go on that whole rant of well, I'm just looking because sometimes when I look over here, it stops recording, and I'm like, what the heck? So sometimes we can hear that whole thing, well, why do bad things happen to good people and good things? That's not really true. It's the decisions that we make. It's the fact that you're a good person and you're viewing everything as a good person and not having that understanding about that. And that is okay. It is okay for you. It's the big word. What you gotta say? Jamming on the one. Yeah. Are you done? No. You good now? So basically, just because you're a good person doesn't mean that bad things going to happen to you. It's just you're a good person. You're seeing things through the world with rose-colored glasses. Everything is perfect to you. Everything is nice and serene. And it's horrible people out there who want to take advantage of you because of that. And it's because of you're a nice person, because you they probably didn't use and abuse everyone else, and here you going, they like fresh meat. Ooh. And the thing is, there's people out there that intentionally do that to make themselves feel better, and that makes them a horrible person. But you continue being you. Don't ever allow someone to change you. I understand when the word that says when a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. That's true, because you can't get that back. Once you go bad, you go bad. But it's not going forever. You just have to find that one person. You just have to find that one person that will bring that back out of you. Now, I believe when a good girl's going bad, she's going forever. I mean, she's going forever from whatever it was that you were that. Now, she's gone, but she's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? And just vice versa. Bad can be good. So that's why I'm really kind of on the fence of that whole, it just sounds like a pity party. It just sounds like an excuse for a person to have a pity party. If a person says, bad things happen to good people, it just sounds like a person wanting a pity party. It's just mainly you needing to understand that it depends on the choices and decisions that you make. There's been red flags that you've seen about people, and you know how I feel about red flags. I believe there's red, yellow, and green. And we've been mainly calling yellow flags red flags, and green flags red flags, and yellow flags green flags. We need to understand that when we're with someone, that person will not be the person that we put so much on a person on what we want them to be, what we want them to do, how we want them to look, how we want them to stay and act. I remember in some of my relationships that every time I would be with a person, I had to wear this, I had to wear that, I had to look like this. And I'm thinking novelties in the back of my head. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But how they would act would be like, well, okay, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll do that. That's the type of person I am. That's what you want me to do, I'll go ahead and do it for you because that's where we're at. But they would never do anything for me. They would never change. And it wouldn't even mean for me to change them. It would just be like, okay, well, I would like you to pick me up a Pepsi sometime. I would say pick me up something, and they'll give me something totally different because it was cheaper. Nigga, I didn't say that. I said I wanted the Pepsi. I didn't say I wanted the Royal Crown. Okay? I didn't want the Dr. Fizz. I wanted the Dr. Pepper. Simple as that, Jack. Simple as that. And anyway, but that's really what it all goes and boils down to is a potential. And when I finally got into it and I finally said to myself, I am a wonderful person. I'm a human being who has my shortcomings, who get things messed up, who misses things, who will write stuff down. But one thing, I got to get on this. One thing you will not do is I do not like it when a person throws stuff in your face, especially when you told them out of confidence. I have to get on that. I do not like if I'm sitting there and I'm telling you something out of confidence and I'm trying to change myself on, but then you throw it in my face and use it against me as a tactic. That's toxic as look, okay? And I don't like that. And I'm getting bored up because it happened to me so many times. And it wasn't until now that I realized, or not now, but it wasn't until recently that I realized you're not going to talk to me that way. You're not going to use what I told you in confidence as a way to win your case or your argument. Especially if I was being 100% direct with you in the subject. You're looking at me like, mommy getting run down. So, again, he gets the castration tomorrow, guys. So I may record a little bit of it. I don't want to bring my camera because the thing about it is, I'm really big on sound. Okay, I'm really big on how I sound, especially how it comes out. Anywho, but we're gonna get on that later. But yeah, he's getting castrated. So he's not gonna have and I'm kind of happy about that because he's a teenager right now. So all that is just anyway. So anywho, back to the subject at hand. Yeah, he must have been telling me to calm down. But I'm saying that because if you ever tell someone something in confidence and they throw it back in your face to make you feel bad or to win their case. Now there's a difference if they can point it out to you and they're not trying to win a case. Prime example. Let me show you the difference between the two. Let me see if I can think of one before because I had so many cases of my own self in my own time. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because he was watching Promised Land or Foreverland something. He's big on anime. So that's what it was for him. Anywho, so let me get a perfect example of. So say for instance, I tell you, you know what? I forget things, and I'm gonna need you to remind me about something. And say for instance, we had a date. We had a date to go do something somewhere, right? And I'm, busy. I'm still working on myself. I'm still trying to make sure that I stay in line with my connections here, okay? And we said yes that we're gonna go somewhere. We're gonna do this thing. However, somebody asked me something else on the same time at the same date. Maybe not even the same time, but it kind of contradicts what I'm trying to do. Kind of interferes, with the date that me and the other person made. So time comes or whatever, and it happens. You call me on the phone. I'm like, yeah. You like, yeah. So what's up? We're gonna do this, and this. And I'm like, oh snap. I'm sorry. I just told so and so this here, and I plumb forgot. And then you say, see what I'm talking about? Even though you talking about you trying to change yourself, and here it is, but you doing all this and there. And can you see why people do the way that they do you? Can you see how the way people want to act when you try to do something and then you come and act like this? You see people say that you half-stepping? Yeah, you probably looking at the phone like, should I be a Cancer or should I be a Leo? Or should I be a Scorpio? I'm going with the Libra. Hey, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. I understood what I said, and I apologize. But do not throw in my face what I told you in confidence to make your ass look good. That's what I'm talking about. They're throwing that in your face to make you feel guilty for what it is. Now, it's different if they would have been like this, and this is when they do it out of love. Yeah, what's up? Oh, shoot, girl. I did it again. I double booked myself. The other person should be like, did you write it down in the calendar? Nah, I didn't. Oh, girl, I was really planning on doing this. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, you gotta start writing stuff down in the calendar. I mean, I'm upset that this happened, and I really was looking forward to this. I understand. Okay, we trying to work on this. We're working on this. We're working on your scheduling, and I can't say that I'm not upset. Okay, a little upset, just a smidget. However, I'll go ahead. This is the one time, but we need to work on this. Okay. Okay, we need to work on your scheduling. You said that you needed help, so we're going to work on scheduling. That's what I'm here for, is to help you. Like, you know you're right, and that was totally wrong of me. You know what? Matter of fact, let me call this other person here and let them know that I made an appointment with you, and da 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 da. You understand that? That flips me back into reality. That confirms to me that you do have my back and my best interest, and that you're not doing it. I gotta see me. See, sometimes has a potty, bro. I'm doing it. You're doing it with your best interest in mind. You're doing it because it's out of love. You're not doing it out of selfish tactics. You're not doing it to make me feel bad. You're doing it to make me realize that, hey, we working together on something. When you say you are doing this, you understand and see why. You statements are basically are attack statements. I statements are statements that's perceptive. I am a little upset. I am trying to figure things out. This and that. You understand what I'm saying? When someone says you did it, they're blaming you for it. You can't blame somebody for it if you're working on it. You can't blame somebody for it if it's their first offense. I can see if it starts to be habitual, but if you're working on something, it's going to be sometimes when it's going to be a hiccup. It's going to be sometimes, and then on top of that, that gives that person a chance to reflect back on themselves and work on it and say, you know what, dang, I did do that. Let me go ahead and face the music. Now, if you go back and you tell the other person, hey, X, Y, and Z happened, and they get upset, that's a totally different thing. Because now, you already heard from the other friend, the one that really cares about you, okay? The one that's really trying to work out with you, okay? And they're saying, you know, you gotta get better. Well, you gotta get better, but we have to get better. We have to get better. The one that's saying we have to get better. I'm saying you because I'm speaking of myself. You know, they're reminding me. They're like, we're working on this. I'm a little upset. I'm a little flustered. I understand that this is something that you're doing, and we're working on this. And I'm saying, hey, okay. If that's what you want to do, fine. I'm upset. If you don't want to, then that's okay. Yeah, you know, you made a promise. You forgot. This is your first time, your first offense. And remember, you statements are when you're attacking, not when you're letting them know. I understand. Okay, you have to do what you have to do. That's a choice. Not you see what you did this, you did that. Not using you as a guilty tactic to get your way. Now, that's that. If you call the other person and they get upset, you already know where you stand, okay? Anywho, it's going a little bit further now. So, let's eat this food. I gotta make sure I put it up because you can't eat anything after 2 minutes. Anywho, so enough about that. So that's basically what happens is we have to come to that understanding that people in the world are just horrible. You have to be careful on who you come across. You have to be careful on who you decide to let in your house and in your life. And with being a Cancer, our house is our life. Okay? Being a Cancer, home is, if we invite you over, I gotta let you in on this. And don't be giving away trade secrets. If we invite you over, and it don't matter if you give away trade secrets, because they're gonna listen and still do the opposite anyway. Anyway, so when we invite you over to the home, all right? You mess up one time, you're not coming back. And what is he doing? You mess up one time and you're not coming back. I'm not talking about one time, because it takes a while for us Cancers, I say, to be like, all right, nah, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got some, depending on where in the zodiac they have it in. You got some that you do one offense and that's it. You know, one offense and it's over. And I think sometimes we may be a little bit talky, but we'll tell you, we'll let you know, and then you can come over, and then that's it. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. So one time is one offense, and that's it. But when we invite you over to our home, we invite you over to our home, okay? And when we say not to come over no more, that we truly we will mean it. If you don't want to take it as us, then we really going to be like, okay, now we got to just separate ways. Seriously, and it's not so much of us being mean, it's that we as Cancers will tell you as much as we can how we feel and what we believe. And if you're not listening, we can show you way better than we can tell you. And that's on that. So moving right along here. Now, I said all that to say this. And like I said, I'm just going on from one to the other. And I know I flip-flop around a lot. But this is what happens normally when Spirit gets me up to speak to you. And I say you because there's a person out there that Spirit wants me to reach, that Spirit wants me to talk to. And this is all about mental health. Mental health for what? For stuff. And like I said, I deal with, I don't say suffer, but I'm dealing with anxiety, OCDs, PTSD, or CPTSD. And we're going to wait. Hercules, would you please find a seat and sit down? Thank you. Like a teacher in the class. We'll just wait. Are you done? Are you done teaching for the class? Can I finish teaching now? Anywho, so but Spirit wanted me to speak to someone who is dealing with a lot, to let you know that you are still a good and you are still a wonderful person. That it's okay if you think of that person when you today, because today the waxing moon is in Cancer. Okay, the waxing moon has been in Cancer for the weekend, and I kid you not, I'm telling you, my emotions have been in this work, and I've been getting these downloads. And I don't know if it's from my person or if it's just from people, but I mean, I couldn't even meditate today. I was trying to meditate and trying to manifest, and Spirit was like, not today. I kid you not, who I was trying to meditate and manifest, they were just like, not today. Not today. Today is not a good day. And I kid you not, it was strong. Spirit was like, no. I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do what it is that I needed to do and scurry on. You heard? And so, so if you're feeling extra moody today, and I don't mean moody, and we look at moody in a horrible way, it's not a horrible way. We were given moods to signify what we are. It's when you use them as a manipulative force. So moods or emotions were given to us to signify ourselves and to get ourselves aligned. So that's what I see it as. It's just like your chakras. If your chakras are out of balance, out of sync, and it's just, let me break this down. It's for people. Your chakras are similar to your emotions. Mind, heart, body, soul. Let me see what else we have in there. I got two more? Yeah, so you got the mind, heart, body, soul. Okay. Your emotions. Okay, emotions can be voiced. Okay, emotions. And your spirit, or transformation, whatever you want to put it. So wherever you go, whoever you talk to, wherever you interact, whatever you take in, whatever you give out, is just like your emotions, is just like your chakras. And if all of that is out of whack, you're going to be out of whack. I can go into detail about what each of them mean, and I'm not a person of like a guru. I just speak it in a way that can be understood for those who just want to know and get it cut point blank. Okay, I'm not going to go into the depths of it. So I would be that pre-course that you would take before you actually get deep down into it. You know. So yeah, that's that. What else can I put in it? Yeah, so I would implore you, and that's my favorite word, I would implore you to see when you're upset, where is it coming from? I know normally when I get upset and somebody's saying something to me, it is coming from my solar plexus, It is coming from my chakra. It is coming from my sacral, my chakra, sacral, from my sacral chakra, my solar plexus, and in my chest almost, my heart. So it's like it's whatever's, it comes from the bottom up, but it stops right in the heart, okay? And it doesn't come out of the throat chakra because I'm about to cut, okay? Cut long, deep and wide. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to do that because I know words carry weight, words hurt, and I'm trying to perfect what it is and I'm saying. However, when it's time, it's going to be time. So that's what I'm working on right now as far as my chakras are concerned, is those three. The sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart chakra. I believe a lot of us need to work on the heart chakra because of emotional wounds, emotional baggage, mommy and daddy issues, sister, brother issues, past boyfriends, people that we can't get over. Believe me, there's people that I've met in a month's time that came out to me to be somebody that I've seen for a lifetime. And that's hard. And it's like I'm saying, I'm trying to shake it. However, once I realized that, today is the waxing moon is in Cancer. So I'm not going to take all this to heart. I'm not going to be so dead on it and be like, I got to call and text this person and take this and that. Sometimes we just have to let those emotions out. Sometimes we have to say, today I thought about you. Write it down in a journal. Vocalize it. Say it. Hear it. Because I guarantee you, tomorrow you won't feel the same way. And the only reason why you may feel the same way tomorrow because you haven't been honest and true with yourself. And I say that because I was honest and true with myself and say, yeah, I do miss this person. I do want this person in my life. I do want to marry this person. I do see myself with this person forever. I do see myself changing for the better with this person. Even now when I say it, I do see us together. However, we're not. And I'm not going to live on the hope of that we will be. I'm not going to force myself and write this, because I was going to write a letter and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because if that's what that person wants, then that's what they want. Of course, it's if they want to reach out to you, they will. However, I'm like, if you say that you might, you will, it's a possibility. Right now, I need to do this. I'm working on myself that. I'm going to do that. And as a Cancer, that's hard. Especially when you got you and your feelings, you and your zone, man, and you want to be like, I got to tell her I love her. But sometimes we just got to bite the bullet and say, you know what? I accept these feelings as my own, and I want to move on. And now, how do you know when it's a feeling that's of your own and when it's of somebody else? Now, like I said, I was minding my own business, and a vision had popped into my head, okay? And it was about the person, and I'm like, where the heck is this coming from? An overwhelming sense of emotions. So I had to check in myself and say, is this my own, or is this of the other person? Is this something that is in my subconscious? Is this something that I've been thinking about, or is it of my own? You understand what I'm saying? And so, coming to understanding, that was maybe Friday. No, that was Saturday when I had that. And I think I woke up, I don't know, but I know this whole weekend I was saying to myself, why am I thinking heavily on this person? This is not me. Like, this is not it. And it came to me, Spirit said, because you have to be honest with yourself. You want to be with someone that don't want to be with you, or you don't know. Okay, let's put it this way. You don't know, regardless of what someone says. What someone says is different than what they really mean. Okay, and I know you can say, okay, if a person said they don't want to be with you, fine, they don't want to be with you. However, sometimes we speak on our emotions. Sometimes we let our emotions speak for us and not let our actions speak for us. Sometimes we speak out of that moment of what we in and believe that that's the right thing to say. And then sometimes because if you have to go back and apologize and say, I'm sorry for how I acted and what I was doing, I was going through a horrible time and, I was pushing people away, you have to understand that those are your emotions. If your emotions are in line, anything that you say is not going to be emotion felt. It's going to be words. It's going to be like, you know what? I know things are kind of rough right now between you and I just want to let you know that I'm here for you no matter what. And just want to bury the hatchet. You work on you, I'll work on me. And just know that if it's meant to be, we'll link up. But if not, just want to let you know that it's all up here. Okay? Now, if you respond in a way like ain't nobody gonna tell me what is and what ain't and what is to be. Only I know what it is. And when I do, and I will let you know. I'm working on a miracle. I stand the impossible. Okay? The sky is the limit to what I may have. No, I'm just being serious. You can tell when a person is in an emotional state and if they're still going through some things versus a person who's just like, yo, I just want to tell you that, no hard feelings. Cool, that you got a friend here. And sometimes it could be a part where the person really need that friend, but at that moment, we don't want to hear nothing right now. But you really need a friend sometimes. You really need someone that you can just sit and talk to and actually see that person and give that person a chance to say, this person is cool, this person is okay, but right now, I'm just not feeling it. There's been plenty of times when a person that said to me, that matter of fact, I give you a perfect example. I had a ex of mine who did me dirty. I mean dirty. And you know what? I know some cancers, when I speak to them, they get done dirty. And it's mainly because of our forgiving nature, our loving, nurturing mother nature that we've been dogged out on. And then when we give y'all the wrath, it's like, we're not going to get on it. But so the person decided that they wanted to put me in like this sister wives club, right? And so I was like, nah, I ain't taking that. And the person called me up, get married and everything like that. And I was like, okay, that's cool and all, but I don't really appreciate you calling me on my phone, especially if you get married. Especially if you just told me that, it's never going to see me. I've always been told it's never going to be the same. We're never going to see each other. Just leave. And I'm like, whoa. What is all that for? You know what I'm saying? What did I do to you? Who hurt you? Sometimes a person has to make themselves angry so that they can be angry with you. And the majority of the time, they're not really understanding the word that they're saying, especially if you're like, wait a second. We're not going to use the N-word, which is narcissist. We're not going to use that. We're going to say that sometimes a person, when they do that and they have to be angry to get mad at you, you have to understand the type of person that you're working with. And don't take it personal, Cancer, okay? Don't take it personal, Cancer. Don't take it personal, Cancer. Don't take it personal. Beat that in your head. Don't take it personal. As a Cancerian myself, the queer Cancerian, don't take it personal, alright? They're just going through something right now. They're going through the emotions just like you. You just emotion-led and emotion-fed, baby. That's it. They don't understand. You are the emotion center. And can I say this out for a minute? I believe Pisces cry more than Cancers. Yeah, I said it, okay? I said it, all right? I believe that Cancers have their emotions more than Pisces do, and that Pisces should be the crybaby of the zodiac. There, I said it. But do something about it. Come, baby, baby. Come. Anyway, so, yeah, that person said everything in the book. But a few hours later, on the phone, hey, I miss you, want to be with you. Mainly, they're just trying to see if they can get you. Mainly, they're just trying to see if they can, wrap you back up. And if a person said that they miss you, they did. And just the other day, I was this loose Lucy over here, giving away for a quarter just to get across the border. But now you're talking about you want to, get with me. You was trying to get a court order. But now you're talking about some, hey, let's try to make it out, man. Miss you, Mom. Man, I just been going this way, you know what I'm saying? I miss your talk, you know what I'm saying? You were pretty cool, you know, I hung out with you, it was really nice. Nah, take that back over to the other side. Take that energy that you had and give it back over there to where she's been giving it to. And that's what you gotta work. See, I'm going on my word. That's what you have to watch and look out for. If a person comes to you like, I'm sorry, you know, I was just going through a lot of things, you know. Nah. I don't even want to hear nothing about sorry. I will come back, especially if I know that it's not my fault. Even if it is or isn't, I would say, you know what? I was wrong. I should have listened to you. I didn't. I just want to let you know that you cool with me though. And I see you for who you are. Hopefully one day you can see who I am and know that it's not even water under the bridge, but we just human beings. I ain't trying to talk to you to get with you. I ain't trying to plead and beg. I'm just trying to let you know that I'm a real GGA, and I'm just being real with you and saying let's bury this hatchet. Let's let this work. Let's get this, let's get it started with or without. Because at the end of the day, all I want to let you know is that you are my friend. That's it. Even if you don't want to, that's one thing. That a Cancer would be your friend. However, if we done with you, we done with you. If you don't get that, let's be a friend, let's bury the hatchet conversation, email, text, pigeon, whatever, 100%, period. If we say, just like I told the guy, he was like, he wanted to be friends. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I am not friends, one, with a person that don't want me, that didn't work out in a relationship, and two, mainly, with somebody, you just told me that it's not going to... Sir, you want to be friends with me, but you just told me how we're not going to ever be together. I don't give a care if we're not in a relationship. Being a friend is still together. Okay? You got to hang out. You know what you do with friends? Let me tell you what you do with friends. With friends, you talk to them. Some friends you confide in. You hang out with your friends. I'm trying to pimp game on you. No, this is what you do with friends. You laugh with them. Y'all share recipes. Whatever it is that's what you do. You build a relationship with your friend. You cannot build a relationship with a person whom you dogged out. You can't build a relationship with the person whom you never trusted. You cannot build a relationship with a person whom you was a fugazi on. Okay, and just the same thing. You can't build a friendship with a person who you never gave a chance to. It's different if the person is saying, dang, give me a chance, you know what I'm saying? Give me a chance. You didn't even give me a chance. You just threw me out there, and then when you found out that I wasn't what you wanted, you just left me there for dead. Without prepping me up, without giving me a chance. And then you put it on me like, that was my fault. I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't have done that. But you should at least gave me a chance. It should have been a forewarning. I guarantee you that there's been times that you've been with someone and you gave them, especially with a Cancer, because we can foresee something that happened before it happened. And most of the time, people that we with will take it as like, oh, Cancer trying to run. Oh, Cancer trying to... No. We're just telling you already that we peeping game and we up to it. And we know, and you know that we know. And you're going to do everything, and that other person's going to do everything in their power to not make it seem that way. And Cancer will be like, all right, cool. I'm going to go by your word. I'm going to go by what you say. I'm going to go by you. That's what you said it's not, then that's what it's not. But if you continue on showing it, I'm telling you that Cancer is not going to bring it up anymore. They're just going to do some smooth moves. Now you're looking at the person, okay? You're looking at Cancer, and you're saying, why Cancer acting different? Why they acting funny? Let me tell you this. You know how people say you found someone that match your energy? I'm going to break it down like this. It's not what you think. Matching energy is not giving that same person what they're giving you. All right? This is what matching energy is. If we together and we have a little argument and you're used to toxicity, okay? I'm a non-toxic person. I'm only speaking in ways that if you're actually healed and you're actually delivered, that's what I'm speaking on. And you with your person can be anybody. Man, woman, child, dog. Y'all can be buddies that, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. You're talking, you're with your person, all right? And they, Cancer sitting like, I know right now they're not talking to me. They're talking to somebody else. Like right now, who they looking at, it's not me. It's whoever done ticked them off. Yesterday, last night, whoever they not getting over. Whoever it is, I'm getting what they're getting. And Cancer like, this ain't even fair. And so the whole time, the person, going on. You're looking at the person, you like, look. And the reason why we laugh is because, gee, I told your ass that you ain't ready, or you was laughing like, man, it's funny to me because I don't know what you're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at that person like, babe, what do you? I just asked if you want cheese on the mother. You know what I'm saying? And now you back in '87 when somebody done hit you upside the head, and you looking at me like, who is this person and what they doing it for? That's why I'm telling you, it's 100%. What's the word I want to look for? Mandatory. That's not the word. It's 100%. I can't think of the word. But I'm gonna say mandatory. 100% mandatory for you to get to know the person. And I can say I messed up on my end on that, and I wish I would have. And sometimes, like I said, as being a Cancerian, we're not gonna say it because we already said it. So if we're not speaking, we already know where it's going. But when we leave, we in that. Now, I'm not saying we crying. We hurt. We may cry from that. It's kind of hard. Like, what the? I told you not to do this, but now everything that I said is blown back up in my face. I gave you that chance to go ahead and make your exit, but you made and beg and plead and said, no, that's not what it is. But now it is, and you get mad at me? Like, that's like, man, all right. So this is what we do, giving back that energy. Okay. So you want to move it out? All right. I'm zipping my mouth. I'm not going to say anything. You don't want to talk? I'm going to say 2 words. Hey, how you doing? If you don't say something within that time, if you sucking your teeth or you snapping back, you don't want to talk. Go ahead. You don't want to talk. Fine. Let's talk about something like this. What's going on? You snapping back? All right. You don't want to talk. Cool. Not when I ask, because your feelings say it already. And on top of that, being a Cancer, we emotionally feel that. And if you're a Cancer and you're most definitely going to be an empath, you ain't finna dig on that. I'm not finna dig with those feelings right now, because I guarantee you, I'm not that person that they looking at right now. Whoever I am, whoever they mad at is the person that I'm the conduit right now. Okay. So that's what it means by giving that energy back. And then the person will get upset, will get mad, because what? We don't want to argue with you. We don't want to go back down memory lane with you about something else. We don't want to get chewed up. We don't want to soak in more of that negative energy because of what you're upset for. And I mean, sometimes, Cancers can say some things that's, horrible. I can admit that. There's things that I've said sometimes, and I'm like, dang, that was really upsetting. That was not cool. That was not me. I was being a Leo at that time. But what I'm getting at is, it takes 2. It takes 2. And the thing that I dislike the most is, regardless if you say something or not, if that person is used to that toxicity to where, you're not going to say nothing. Well, I did try to say something, and last time I did, you snapped at me. So now I'm saying, okay, well, let me wait. Let me not say anything. Do you want me to chase you, or do you? It's you don't chase the person. That's giving them back their energy. I mean, that's matching their energy. They're used to people chasing them. They're used to people begging and pleading. They're used to. The thing about it is they're used to feeling needed and wanted. But the thing is, you've never made them feel like they was needed and wanted because you showed them that they were needed and wanted. And they didn't know how to reciprocate that. They didn't know how to accept that. They didn't know how to decipher that. You know? They're used to begging and pleading. They're used to crying. They're used to arguing. So the only conversation, the only way to communicate for them is by going back and forth with you, is by putting up a fight. And when you looking at them like, come on, man, stop playing. Let's do some ice cream. No! You know, I know there's sometimes when Cancer can get out of can be getting in their head, and they can be a little stubborn, and they can be a little boss type. I'm not talking about that, because there's a way to handle that. And if you dealt with a Cancer and you understood that, and if you understood the person, then you know that person is right now, they either had a bad, and most of the time it's because we had a bad day, because it's something that you probably said or done 50 million times, and we tried to show you that it wasn't it, and we just exhausted ourselves. I kid you not. The main reason why is because we exhausted ourselves and we ain't got nothing else to say. So basically how we feeling right now is how you actually are feeling right now. Dead. Silent. We just ain't got nothing more to say. Because we try to communicate, we try to ask answers. As a Cancerian, we try to communicate, we try to talk to you, we try to bury hatch you. But you ain't got you So yeah, we're gonna be silent. We're gonna go back up in our crap. You might have said something to us that crushed us, but I guarantee you it was something that we already presented, and you said no, that's not it. But then you pulled back in our face and you said that it is, and we like, alright. Or it may be something that you said to us that really had us thinking like, I gotta change this, I gotta get this together, I gotta work on this. Now, if you're a healthy person, you'll understand that and you'll talk about it. But if you're not a healthy person, and I'm talking about the other person, I'm not talking about us Cancers. If you're not a healthy person, if Cancer, if you're dealing with a person that's not a healthy person, they can't say to you like, okay, I see you in your whole mood, I'm gonna go ahead and let you be in your mood. Just like a child. You want to go ahead and pitch a bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and let you pitch a bitch. Go ahead into your room and do whatever that you want, because when you calm down, you're gonna know. And that made me think of something. I remember I went out with a friend here. Oh, I gotta get this out because it's building up. And I remember I went out with a friend, and I really don't care if this gets out either, because it got to be said, because I'm being led. And I remember I went out with a friend, and this is when I finally figured out that friendships don't mean nothing. Just because you know somebody your whole life, it doesn't really mean anything. So, goodness. I'm being overwhelmed right now. And it's because, again, this is a Cancer trying to pick their words carefully without offending, okay, or exposing or anything. And being mindful of saying it, because we're trying to keep the peace, but we're trying to keep it real at the same time. That's hard to do, to keep the peace and keep it real, because you can't please everybody. And it's not about pleasing everybody, it's about the audience, okay? And we're not caring about how they take it. We are caring about how we gonna feel after we say it. Because we can say some stuff sometime and just be like cutthroat. Anywho. And I'm telling you, I believe if Cancers would actually stop thinking so much in their head about how they gotta say things and just say it, I kid you not. But we're emotional beings, so we talk with emotion. Anyway, as a Cancerian. So it made me realize that just because you know a person your whole life does not mean that friendship is gonna last. I'm coming to the point where I realize that I'm ready to let go of friendships, to the point where if they call, they call. If they don't, they don't. Now, this is a different type of breakup, where you can be with someone where y'all talk, y'all have communication, but y'all don't talk at all. I'm not talking about someone that just dropped out of the earth. I'm not talking about someone, and they say ghosting, but I'm not talking someone who just runs. It's not ghosting, it's running. Okay, if you don't want to be with that person, just say it, regardless on how you feel. Because if you just want to ghost a person because I really don't like that. It's because just tell the person, look, you're not what I want, and I'm just gonna move on. So please leave me alone. Okay? Now let them hurt that way. Now if they decide to call after that, then you're dealing with a stalker. But the majority of the time, we don't want to do that because we want to creep back into the person's life. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm sorry for how I acted. I was just pissed off. You pissed me off, and I was like, I ain't want to talk to you no more. But I had some time to think about it and work on myself, and I really miss you. And no, bitch, no. Stop giving people access to you like that. I know it's hard. However, if they don't want to call and if they want to drop off on the face of the earth, this hurts too for me to say it. You're going to have to delete that. Now, as cancers, it may take us a while too, because we have to know that we know that we know, because when we let go, we let go. We let go. That's all I can say about that. And there's a reason for it, and it may be different for everyone. But I know for me, I want to make sure, because in my hardest heart and my mind and soul, I know that it's going to be a time when that person's going to need somebody. And they may not have anybody. Kind of like Superman. I still want to say that Cancer should be the superhero of the Zodiac. Because we can come and swoop down and help you, but then leave out. As long as we know that we cool and stuff like that, as long as you know that we just here to help, that's fine. But you're not going to be abusing us. That's how I feel. Seriously. Like, a Cancer ruling of their emotions, we can help you out and be there for you and detach ourselves. But if you giving us this false hope, if you giving us this and that and whatever, it's cool. But at the point, a Cancer has a breaking point. You do not want to see a Cancer at a breaking point. You don't. That's all I gotta say about that. Cancerian, stand up. Anywho, so with this friend, I finally decided that this is just not it. That we're just changed. We're just two different people. And especially with the event that went on and hearing the words that was said and how things went down, it really made me see this person in a light that I've never seen them in before, and I didn't like it. And it changed my whole being. And it may have been thought to them that I was crazy or needed a wellness check, or that I was acting out of my body or whatever. But the real thing was, it hurt. I mean, it hurt like hell. I cried that day. I cried. I walked around the block, and I had to make a decision. Like, I can't believe I hated where I was at. And I was hanging out with my friend who I claimed was my best friend at the time. That I was hanging out where I was at, and I found out that this person ain't shit. Point blank, period. And I don't mean to say that because they're not, but in the emotional stance, in a friendship stance, I could have been by myself. I didn't even have to go there. I took everything that I had to go there to be the friend that I am, to show up and show out. But I'm learning, it was some stuff that happened, G, that I was like, really? We talked about this over the phone and now you're acting like this? I see how you are, and it pissed me the fuck off. And you know how you are when you are Cancer and you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, and it sticks with you. And you see that person differently from that day forward. You see that person in a whole different light. And that's another reason why Cancerians want to make sure that what they're doing and how they're moving is correct, because that's how we gonna see you. That's how we still might mess with you in the end. That's how we still might be chum-chum. Not even chum-chum, but we might kiki with you in the end. But we kikiing with you on that level that you deserve to be kiki with. Know that. And when I found out about this friend, I told my family about it. They couldn't believe it. And it's kind of hard, especially when you're trying to tell someone, like, well, this is what's happening. This is what I feel. This is what I'm seeing. And they're like, oh, that's just, I don't believe that. You wasn't there. You was. Sometimes, you know how you wish you can be a fly on the wall, and that person would be like, that would have been me. I would have left. I guarantee you, sometimes if you tell somebody something, you would have been hurt too. But I'm going off on a tangent here, and I think I'm going off way too long anyway. I'm trying to see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm at like an hour or something like that. But this is probably going to be chopped and cut up and screwed. But I just really wanted to get that out there, because I really am standing up for the Cancerians this year. I know it's like the middle of the year here. However, I know that every Cancerian, you're going to reap what you sown. And I'm talking about either good or bad, okay? But we're not going to leave anybody out because everybody going to get it. But especially those that's been doing the work, that's been doing the meditation, doing the shadow work, doing their inner child work, doing their adult work too as well. Because you can heal that inner child, but once that inner child is healed, you got to go and face that adult you. So doing that work as well. I believe in manifesting. I believe in manifesting my partner. I know that my partner is out there. Not my partner, but my person. I know that my person is out there. I know that my other better half is out there. And I know that emptiness is void and void is emptiness. And that we get what we give, you know. So I just had to say that and just let you know that there's a friend that you may have that you're still holding on to. But that's it. You holding on to them. They ain't holding on to you at all. There's a person that you're holding on to, but you're holding on to them. They ain't holding on to you at all. There's a job, there's a family member. There's something that you're holding on to, but they're not holding on to you. And it's until you let that go, that's when they really know. And then what's going to happen is, you're going to have to make that decision that when they come back around, that you're going to have to just keep it. Keep that energy where it's at. Keep that energy where it's at. You know, as Cancerians, we understand we got to make people work for it. And it's hard for us to do that because in the end, we just want peace, calm, love. That's it. And that's how sometimes most of us can replay the same thing over and over again as Cancerians because all we want is peace and love, and then that person or place or thing will come back because they've been hurt and they know in the end that Cancer is always going to be there. And it's good to have someone to know that they're always going to be there 100%. That's not a family member. That's not a friend like that. That's, you know, a sister, like a sister, brother. You know, just somebody that you know that can be there. All in all, that you can sit and talk to, and sometimes you can just sit in the same room with and vibe with them, and just, you know. What I'm getting at is appreciate the ones that appreciate you. Like who like you, not who you like. Appreciate the ones that appreciate you, and like who like you, not who you like. We are in relationships with people that we need to let go. We are holding people accountable for things that they don't need to be held accountable for. And the people that need to be held accountable for, we're not holding them accountable because we need to let go. We need to let go. That's the topic of this intuitive, meditative, melodic session. We need to let go. I'm gonna write that down because my granny butt is gonna forget it. I'm gonna write this down. We need to let go. Rita Miller. If y'all can know where that's from, tell me what's that from. Look at that. Rita Miller. Anyway. So, yeah, we need to let go. So, that's what Spirit is telling me. Spirit is telling me that we need to let go. We need to focus, not even on ourselves, not on our money, not on our finances, not on our house, home, families, but we need to just stop and listen. Not to our heart, not to our mind, not to our body, but just stop and listen. And once we focus and chime in on what it is that we are stopped and listening to, the answers will come naturally. And it's only when they come naturally that we will have a natural understanding. See, we cannot force our vision, our views, our actions upon others, and we cannot force it upon ourselves because it is not healthy. We cannot force it upon ourselves because it's not healthy. And if we do it on others, it's projecting. And when we're projecting, we're protecting what it is that we want to keep. We need to let it go. That person does not want you. Say it in your head. It may hurt to say it. That person don't want me, but say it with confidence and knowing that it's okay that they don't want me because there's somebody out there that does. It's okay if that person doesn't call me because that person doesn't want to call me. It's okay because there's somebody out there that does. It's okay if someone doesn't want to text me because there's someone that wants to text me. And it's okay if they want to text me because there's somebody out there who does. Let that resonate. If it doesn't resonate, don't hate, congratulate. Okay? Make that number 8 infinity, baby. Understand? There is someone out there for you right now who is manifesting you as you are manifesting them, but you cannot connect together because you have not released the person who you know does not want you, who you know does not want to be with you, who you know that you're just holding on to possibilities for. And we do not need to continue holding on to possibilities, but we need to start connecting on to probabilities. What is a probability? A probability is that if a probability is a person who will be the one that you probably made this, you probably made that, but you have to give it a chance. Once you give it a chance, that's when you find out and that's when you realize that everything that you've been working hard for, everything that you've been gearing towards, everything that you've been working on, you find that it's just been on yourself. And you're not going to have to give so much to a person. You're not going to have to prove so much to a person. You're not going to have to beg and plead. You're not going to have to play the cat and mouse game. You're not going to have to chase. You're not going to have to worry about reconciliation. You're not going to have to worry about what I should, I could I. You're not going to have to worry and be focusing on, is this person my person? Is this person for life? Because once you are centered with yourself, once you have an understanding of your being and your placement and where you are, everything is going to match and flow. And if it don't, you're not going to care because you got your stuff together. You got your act together. You know where, when, what, who, why, and where things are going to happen. And I'm not talking about specific moments in time. I'm talking about you just know that if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And when it happens, it's supposed to happen. And the more you focus on that, the more you manifest that, the more your intentions are pure, the more you realize that intuition is going to take place. And I just really feel like there is a group of Cancerians who are tired of waiting, tired of getting the bush, tired of running into these people who are unemotionally available, settling for that person because they got good or they got good. You know, understanding that we just want somebody we can just lay up, watch Seinfeld with, or whatever you watch. Okay, I'm just using Seinfeld because that's a show about nothing, but to watch something and just sit and talk about it. To fall asleep in someone's arms and know that you're protected, and know that you are loved. And to understand that love is not about love making. Love isn't about how strong a back is. Love isn't about how wet the spot is. Love is about embracing someone that embraces you. And it's continuous. It's like the earth spinning around on its axis. You know, I guess the earth need an axis and the axis need the earth. Because if it was to stop everything, it's going to fall. Just think of it like that. You need that gravity. You need that nucleus. You need that person who will build with you. who is going to be crazy, and I'm not talking about crazy because they didn't get their way. I'm talking about who's going to be just in their own zone. You need someone not like you. Stop trying to think that this person like the music I like, this and this. You need someone that's going to introduce you to other things, other ways, other meanings of life, other ways how to channel different types of energy, how to talk, how to conversate. Maybe it's to cook, clean, whatever it may be. Get out there on that ledge. I have a podcast that talk about jumping and jump starting your emotions, jump starting your relationship. And you have to excuse the volume because like I said, I'm working on everything here. I've been going through some stuff, hard stuff, just to get this out because I believe there's things working against me that does not want me to get out there. However, I'm going forward and doing what I need to do to get mine because I have this vision, I have this intuition, and manifestation works. And I just really know that there's a mass of people out there who's tired of living the everyday, regular, solo dolo, And it's only because you're with someone, physically and mentally, you're with someone that you need to let go. Stop hanging on to someone that don't want to be with you. You can be blocking somebody else because you want to be with this person that clearly does not want to be with you. And I'm not just speaking about Cancer. I'm speaking about every other person. Those who are watching, those who are cross-watching. That if the person shows that a friendship that's all that they want, let it be that. You can be blocking someone from coming through because of how you're acting. Because in your mind, you just know this person going to break. If the person wants to be with you, let me tell you this. They'll let you know. Have you ever been with someone and you never had to worry about anything and they just you just knew that this person wants to be with me, but it ain't gonna work? That's how you know. The person will show you better than they can tell you. A person will say, I'm not feeling you, this and that, but emotion-wise, stop running from your emotions. Spirit says, stop running from your emotions. Stop running. Stop running to toxicity or run away. That's the only thing you should be running away from is toxicity. Stop running back to the person that you're most comfortable with because they know you. They know how, like, let's see if y'all, in The Shy, when Emmett was trying to get his woman back, right? And she was fed up. That's a perfect situation of staying to leave. That's a perfect situation of staying to leave. And I don't know what's happening or what's going on or anything like that because I don't know when they're coming out with a new show or if they will. But what I got from that is a person will get fed up. A person will get fed up, but they will stay with the person out of comfortability or to hurt. And when that person is fed up and they fed up and they're done. And just because you know how a person's eggs are cooked, just because you know how they like their toast, or because they have that certain spot that you like, somebody else can cook their eggs like that and maybe do it better than you. Somebody else can touch that spot that you have and maybe find another spot that you ain't even know. But when a person is fed up, Kelly said it best. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. And I ain't even talking about a man or just a woman. Anybody, when a person is fed up, they fed up. They will stay. A person will stay because they're trying to make up their mind and decision, which I truly don't believe. If you're really trying to get over someone, if you really want to get over someone, if you really want to be better with someone, the best thing that I can say is to remove yourself from the situation. Okay? Now, if it's someone that is doing you wrong, or if it's someone that, you're abusive or you can't get away from, there is always help. You can dial 911, plan an escape route, and know that there is help for you. People are out there to help you. However, if you're able to get away, get away. And don't make everybody pay for your emotions. Don't make everybody pay for what you're going through. Accept that you're hurt. Accept that you made some bad choices and decisions. Accept that, you know what, I placed myself in this situation. And stop trying to force that upon everybody else. Stop trying to project how you feel and how you act upon everybody else, because you don't want to face the music. Because at the end of the day, the one person that you hurt the most is the person that you love the most. The person that you hurt the most is the person that you love the most. The person that you don't give two cares about, the person, and I'm not talking about don't care about, I'm talking about a person. Anybody can have good brain, okay? Anybody can have good, anybody can have any of that, you know what I'm saying? But doesn't match their mind. Doesn't match their heart. Are they using that in place of something? Can you sit with this person and have a conversation with them? I mean, a real good conversation. Can you sit with this person and can you talk to this person and can you have a debate, a healthy debate? Or are you so messed up that even when you have this conversation with this person, you can't even think straight because you coming out of your own hate of what somebody else did to you, and they sitting there talking like they could be telling you something like, man, you kind of, you know, I don't want to say defensive, but yeah, you're like really cut and dry, or you're really, what's the word I'm looking for? You're like just somebody make a wrong decision and you cutting them out like that without talking, without anything else. Easily dismissive. There we go. Easily dismissive. That's what I'm trying to get to. Thank you, Spirit. Easily dismissive. You can be a person that's easily dismissive for someone out of one thing. They burnt the rice and you, this person don't know how to cook. You know? Stop being easily dismissive all the time and actually listen to hear the person out. 9 times out of 10, they can be like, I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Versus someone who know that they say that and they be like, oh, I was just playing. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You was for real. If a person is truly sorry, they'll admit, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I didn't mean to offend you. Now, if that person, you didn't offend me, anything like that. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you or anything like that. I apologize for saying that. I didn't know that's how you felt. I didn't know that's how, you know, I'm sorry. You see the I statements? Recognizing that the person who said it messed up and that they recognize how you feel. So yeah, I just really wanted to say that Spirit wanted me to let you know. And me being the queer Cancerian, I am doing my due diligence to speak for my Cancerians there. If you are a Cancer, like, comment, subscribe, okay? The more that you like, comment, and subscribe, the more I can connect with you, the more I can interact with you, the more I can know that what I'm doing is what I'm doing. And like I said, I don't have a niche here. I'm just doing what is Spirit led. But it's mainly what I've come to understand. It's the mental health, mental wealth of self via the view of a Cancerian. And like I said, this is a show. This is a channel about mental health. This is a channel about growth, relationships, and mental health in relationships as well, and relationships with yourself. I believe that the most important relationship that you should have is with yourself. As us growing up, we are all adults now. Our important relationship, yes, should have been with our parents, but let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? Not all of us had a great, wonderful relationship. Not all of us had a great and a wonderful relationship. So, and he's ready to go to the bathroom now. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up anyway because I think I'm about to be about a minute in, 2 minutes in. But with cutting back and everything like that, I should be okay. So, anywho, as I was saying, mental health is mental wealth for self. I'm the queer Cancerian. And this is Off on Mondays. This is Monday's podcast. I have an Off on Mondays podcast too. I'm on every platform that you can think of: Spotify, Google, iHeart, Apple. I'm on every podcast that you can think of. And it's called Off on Monday Social Media Dropout. The Queer Cancerian is your host here. This is Off on Mondays, the Queer Cancerian YouTube page, and this is Raw on the Real. And why I call it Raw on the Real is because everything that I do is going to be raw, and everything I'm doing is going to be real. Okay, especially with Butters, aka Hercules here. He's going to be castrated. I made that choice and decision for him to be, because he don't need to be out there, you know. I'm not trying to be a mama, a grandma, okay? I'm not trying to be a grandma, okay? And hopefully that would help out a lot. And I am a big believer in the person of getting your dogs castrated if you going to be having your dog out there, and because that's why we have a lot of dogs here that needs homes and that needs to find a home. Is because they just out there, you know, getting their Bobby Brown on, you know, humping around. So yeah, anywho, just want to thank you again for tuning in to my channel. As I always say, like, comment, and subscribe. Let other Cancerians know. And this is for Cancerians if you have it anywhere in your zodiac, especially your Venus, your moon, your sun, and let's even throw in that Uranus, okay? And also your rising or ascendant sign, okay? And I would advise something the same to look those up, to do your birth chart, to look at that birth chart, to look at your birth chart, to view it, to study it, to help you understand what planets are where and why you act in such a way. Because everybody has all the zodiacs. We have 12 signs of the zodiac in our birth chart. I believe so. Because I'm looking at mine, and I don't think I have any Sagittarius. I have Sagittarius in there, but I have to see where it's at. But yeah, we all have it in there. I'm telling you though, where we're at, where your zodiac at is in your planets or in your birth chart will help you understand a whole lot more on how you act and things that you do. I know for me though, I am a Cancer Libra cusp with Scorpio in Uranus, and I would say this all the time, and my Venus is in Leo. So that lets you know that, and then I got my moon in Capricorn. So if it's I'm all about pride, you know, and then I got my emotions too. So that Leo can come out when it's time, but that Cancer side can come out when, you know, I'm really deep involved and in love, and I get kind of overexcited. Like what keeps my relationships kind of going, or what keeps me kind of, I guess, what's the word, dominant, is that Leo side. Because I'm like, nah. It's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you know me, it's to love me. And that's why I said it's always good to get to know someone, because they're going to either show you, when you meet a person, you're meeting their, I forgot what my auntie said. I forgot what it is. You're not meeting the real person there. Representative. There we go. You're meeting their representative when you meet a person, okay? And scope it out. Just know that when you're meeting a person, you're meeting their representative, and it's just like a job. It takes 90 days for that person to actually show, and sometimes it may take a year. But you got 90 days to a year to figure out with this person here. Now, if you get with a person and you just see that they just bat crazy, then that's fine. But I'm telling you, 90 days to a year is what you should give a person a chance for, unless they just plain out showing stuff. And what I mean by that is not to put on them what you put on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at them as you look at someone else, because you could be blocking your blessing. All right, so that is it here. This is me again, the Queer Cancerian. You have been listening to. He's back to go lay down. Okay. So he just wanted to show and say what's up. He's getting castrated tomorrow, so we'll see how that works. And again, listen to me on the podcast Off on Mondays, the social media dropout. Let me know, follow me, like me, hit me with the messages and tell me what I need to do, what I need to work on. And believe me, I'm here to listen. I'm not here for the bull, though. I'm telling you, I'm not here for the bull. If you start talking mess, you start talking drama, you better save it for your mamas, okay? Save it for your mamas, pack that up, put it in your back pocket, and save it for later, okay? Because we ain't doing that here. So all my Cancerians, especially all my queer Cancerians, give me a holla. I don't know. We gotta do the dramatized thing. Give me a holla. So yeah. Oh, is it still on there? Yeah, okay. So I gotta get back something was a little bit close. So yeah. Just yeah, know that, and it's still on there. Yeah, I'm still hearing the echo. Anyway, so let that be known, and until next time, I'm gonna let you know. I still got an echo. Hold on. It's crazy. So until next time, though, I want to say that if nobody is your friend, I'm your friend. Okay. And if nobody said they love you, I love you. You love you. And always remember that here on this channel, everybody's loved and everybody's a friend. And if you ain't got that, if you don't want that, go somewhere else. It's just that easy, you know? Because you will be blocked. I ain't got no problem with that, because there's a billion people in the world to replace your ass. Oh yeah, before I leave out, give that person a chance. Something that's just saying stop. Spirit is saying stop. Just stop. Stop. Okay, stop. You can still work on yourself. You can still develop yourself. You can still do whatever it is that you need. But really hear the person out. Give that person a chance. And stop being like that. The spirit is just being like, saying stop being like that. Stop being so hard on that person. Because you're only being hard on yourself. Stop acting that way towards that person. And if that person don't want to be with you, accept it. If you don't want to be with that person, tell them. And I guarantee you that they will 100% be okay with it. You just got to be real. And how they deal with it is how they deal with it. Now, after the fact, if they still want to come after you, then you can go ahead and get that Thor hammer on the head. Okay? But what I'm telling you right now, what Spirit is saying is let that person know. And I guarantee you can tell if they really want to be with you, how they really feel about you, is that reaction that you get. You're looking for the response. I'm sorry, you're looking for the response, not the reaction. How do they respond? If they react, cut them off. If they respond, that's how you know. Alright? And you know. Choose flowers or choose sports. With all that, I'm out. Again, this is the Queer Cancerian, and you have been watching off on Mondays. And I put these up whenever the spirit drops.